Today, my collection of every single block is fully finished. I'm also going to get one of every single different type of villager, build a machine that gets me charged creepers, that then allows me to farm lots of mob heads, and I managed to summon my old pal Fred from another dimension. What could possibly go wrong? Notch apples are the first priority. I mean, come on, at this point it's a tradition. So I'll ride on this to load the Warden Disabler, grab some of these, then I'll shoot over this way, fly a massive distance, and begin Operation Ancient City. Mountain spotted. I shall see what is below. It's deep dark. I'll keep digging down and find nothing. But there's an even taller mountain over. In fact, there's loads of them, and every single one must be checked. Still nothing. Nothing. And hang on a minute, this time there's something, which means it's time to start searching. Hopefully gonna be lots to find down here. But the only one I'm actually bothered about is, of course, the notch apples. Oh my goodness, we got two. Let's grab both of them. Check every other chest. Get more success. Oh my goodness, it's just back to back. I've just found 5 really quick. The odds are in my favor today. And things have gone so well down here that I'm gonna try and track down another one. That has been successfully done, and I'll check every chest. And that's the entire place searched. Only managed to get 1 notch apple. Okay, the first one was definitely the best one. But I'm happy with 6, so I'm ready to head home. Also, guys, I've got new merch. It's a fancy one with my logo on it. It's available in black and white. And it's available on sb737.store right now. Discovered a bastion on my way home. Just gotta be careful I don't die. They're surrounding me on all sides. Thankfully, they are pretty stupid and jump in lava a lot of the time. And in the chest... You know what? It's absolutely rubbish. Something for a notch apple or maybe some netherite ingots. But I guess I should just forget about that and fly back home. My elytra have also broken just as I'm getting close. Thankfully, I can just mine in here and walk back for the rest of the journey. Here we are. Lots of items can be offloaded. Then I'll grab 6 item frames. There's of course no space in here for me to add more. But that's exactly why I've got this giant pyramid for notch apples in the gaps. I should probably also get these elytra fixed. I'm kind of sick of walking at this point. Best option is to grab a hoe, place a few catalysts, and as I mine it up, you'll see it get better, and the other stuff can be repaired at the gold farm. Next, it's time I complete the task of collecting every single block. Started it last episode, but there's still quite a bit of work to be done. One of them will require void trading for more quartz, and that is all of my emeralds used up. Got a pretty good amount of quartz if you ask me. And now I do want to travel back along this big pathway, but there's also a problem that I've decided it's finally time I solve. Gonna grab a load of stone and add buttons to every single one of these ice blocks because I'm sick of random mobs being able to spawn. Hopefully this won't take too long. Mission accomplished. Whilst I'm here, I'll nip through the portal so that the warden switch gets activated. Then I can zoom along here with confidence that it will be mob free. Next, I'll drop off these items. AFK at this hoglin farm for more food. You can't see the hoglins down there, but trust me, they're spawning in. Look at all this food. Nicely filtering to the chest. I'll fill this up, then head back this way to continue work on this place. Also completely forgot the cobbled deep slate, so I'll grab them. In fact, I might as well just grab everything else as well. Then zoom along here and actually get back to work on this building project. That's another level completed. I'll add all the different types of blocks in a little bit, because for now I just want to get all of this done. This one is also now done. Just need to sort this staircase and work out how it's going to go around the corner. I think that'll work best. Looking nice. Also reckon a bit of lighting in the walls will be ideal. I was going to put trapdoors in front, but yeah, they don't look great. Maybe if I make some sticks, mine cobblestone, and craft a bunch of levers, I can make these look a little bit better. Although this is, you can't power things with sea lanterns, so it's not working. I'll just forget the trapdoors and get back to work. That work is to add polished deep slate all the way along here. Going to add these lights. And this layer is complete as well. But for the fact that I do have to take the very long process of mining away at the reinforced deep slate. I am using a silk touch pickaxe right now, just to prove that even if you mine it, you can't pick it up. Finally, one broken. You can see it didn't pick it up. That is the first time I've ever broken one. And that's the entire reason why I built this thing in an ancient city. This is my silk touch pickaxe. And I'm going to have to break the other 2. Mission accomplished. Let's block that up. Reinforced deep slate is now in my collection. And I shouldn't have to do this, but based on some of the comments in the last episode, I'm going to go all the way home, grab 1 singular piston, and prove to you guys that you cannot move reinforced deep slate with redstone, despite all the people commenting thinking you can't. Look at that. It doesn't work, okay? The piston works fine. Look, it'll extend straight away when the reinforced deep slate ain't there. That was a slight waste of my time, but I did feel like I just had to prove a point. And now it's back to my humble building. That's the final staircase staircase complete, which is nice because all of this will just be on the exact same level, making it much easier to build. And quite a bit of mining will have to take place to fit everything in. Even uncovered more diamonds whilst doing this. Always a nice little bonus. And I can use the deep slate that I'm mining to create the staircases that will be placed along here. I will be getting rid of some of these end portal blocks at some point. And I actually meant I want to keep the frames, but I also want the actual portal blocks themselves to be part of my collection, so one of those is going to have to remain as well. The others can either be removed with a few different methods. Now to get all of them added along this side. I managed to get down every single stairs, but I'm out of polished deep slate. However, the roof does still need to be mined out and changed to quartz. So that will give me everything that I need to craft them and place them along here. Another thing is to have quartz along here, and I need to place more for this roof. Got this far, but now have run out of quartz. And I do also need to start removing a bunch of these frame blocks, but I don't think I currently have the materials needed for that, which means flying all the way back home with, yeah, the portal's here. Those stairs kind of blocked it from view. But yeah, I'll grab all the necessary materials. Thankfully, I also have plenty of TNT in here. Trapdoors are the only other needed thing. And when I do this, I have to be so careful that I break the correct ones, because if I break one that I'm not supposed to, there's no getting it back. This also has been much better since I spawn-proofed it. Now, this spawner must be fully protected because I cannot allow it to blow up. It would be too much of a big disaster if I let... Okay, you know, it's going to be annoying, though, because it's going to be able to spawn mobs. I guess I can light it up. I hope that would stop it from spawning things. But anyway, it's getting completely surrounded. And I definitely know that this block here can be removed. So it is time to get to work. That's the first one gone. The portal's still intact. Everything's looking good. I know that you can use a mushroom to get rid of portal blocks, but I want to be controlled. I want to take my time. I want to be safe with it. So that's why I'm taking my time. I also can't really put a TNT here because there's a portal block in the way now. I'll probably just go to the end. I don't want to blow things up there, so we're going to have to just do this. And it does still work sometimes, just not every time. Second attempt was also unsuccessful. But this time, it's mission accomplished. Try and decide which ones I should get rid of. I think I'm going to keep that one, and all the rest of them can go. So I shall get busy doing it. It's also an absolute pain blowing things up in a stronghold, because you just end up with a million silverfish. I'll be glad when this is done. Trying to be more and more careful. I'm pretty sure I have to get rid of this one. I better be certain. Well, I got rid of it anyway. And stupid silverfish, leave me alone. Whoa, now I've gone through. And there's about 7 million of you. Look at you, eh? All coming through as well. Well, you know what happens to you, alright? Now I've got to travel all the way back, past 70 million dragons that are flinging each other. Just leave them to it. At least it's a fun journey going across this ice pathway. And now that I'm finally back, I can see that, yeah, those two... There goes a piston. Those two definitely need to stay, but these behind it need to go. I've once again got the dilemma that I can't really place TNT here. I'll probably go through the portal. I'll give it a go, though. You never know what might... Oh, it stayed. Okay, nice. But then the piston placed the wrong way around, which is not... Silverfish, just leave me alone. I think it's because I didn't put a block there, I kind of messed it up. But for take 2, it's mission accomplished. This one keeps messing up. I think it's because I'm stood in an end portal block, which isn't quite a full block. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to instead place the trapdoor there. Then lever, move across, get underneath, and do that. Still didn't work, unfortunately. So plan C is to get rid of the end portal frame first. There we go. And after doing that... Still didn't work. What is it going to take? A change in angle of attack. There we go. Worked straight away with that. And I believe that's every block I actually need to get rid of. A few of these stairs do need to be put back. I'll remove all of this vast amount of obsidian. Look at that. Uncovered a diamond with the TNT. Hey, who says it's not you back 2 diamonds? Very nice. But yeah, I'm mining up all of this. And now that's looking as it should. This can be brought around the corner. It might be easier with the stairs, but silverfish, stop spawn. This is just going to be a part of it, though, I've realised. That silverfish are going to spawn. Maybe light will stop them, I'm not sure. I'm not going to get my hopes up, though. And if I want to continue this, I need one thing. One thing that can only be obtained if I fly along here. That was also very smooth the way I just went through that gap. But yeah, the thing that I'm going to be getting lots and lots of is, of course, quartz. In hindsight, I could have just gone through that end portal rather than flying all this way, but I did need to drop off my stuff. This guy's got his trays ready and waiting, which means all I need is plenty of emeralds. What I currently have is not plenty. That's almost more like it. And thankfully, I have a shulker box, which has plenty more. This part is easy, but it does also take a little bit of time. And I think I might have messed up straight away. Did I mess up? No, I didn't. I almost traded too fast. You've got to be patient in this, and at the very least it is definitely faster than going mining for it. Batch number 1 of emeralds used up, but I'm not stopping there. I want even more quartz so I never have to worry about it ever again, which is good news for this guy because he gets even more business. I reckon with this I've definitely got enough. I'll send you back to your home, fill up this shulker box as well, and hopefully I'll be able to completely finish the build. Although time will tell if that is actually the case, since it's taken way more resources than I expected it to. Let's grab you, run it all the way along here, and it also needs to... Oh, Okay, well, this is the danger of having that. You can just walk through by mistake any time. As I was saying, it also needs to be on this side, but without me doing that. I'm thinking, so do we want, like, quartz? Don't you dare push me in, as I was saying. Do we want quartz to be like that in the corner, perhaps? And then that's also there. I don't think that works. I think we want some of the polished deep slate, which I apparently don't have. But I can make more very easily. Then place it like so. Yeah, still not sure about this. It may need adjusting at future point. But for now, I can just focus on putting this up here. Now it's getting to the point where I'm not going to have enough of these stairs. Although I am surrounded by deep slate, so I could probably just mine up more. For now, a good way for me to get more will be to mine out the roof. With what I get, I can make more stairs. And if I craft a few extra slabs, it can also get replaced. You know, I've come to realize that I've survived so many days in Minecraft that I have actually an internal body clock, and I just know when it's going to be nighttime and I can sleep. I just went to bed before, and as I was doing it, I was like, how did I even know that it was time? And yeah, I've just spent way too much time on this game. I'm hoping this is probably going to be long enough. Might need extending once I've added loads of blocks in. Only other thing to worry about is getting the lights in. I think this is going to be a great collection, but to confirm that, I'm going to have to go and head back so I can collect every single block. First, I need more of every single log, because I forgot about the stripped variants. Not really sure how. I was going to deliver them to the place, but I've realised I've completely run out of firework rockets. So the new priority is to grab gunpowder, to craft paper since I've completely run out, and then lots of these can be made. Fortunately, run out of sugarcane as well. Not as much as I wanted. Shouldn't be too much of an issue because I have filled this shulker box. I'll craft a few extra for my inventory and get all of these delivered to the right place. Now I'd like a shulker box of every single colour so that I can begin the collection of every single coloured block. Including the shulker box itself, there are 12 coloured items, including banners, beds, carpets, candles, concrete, and many, many more. There we go, that's red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, dark blue, purple, magenta, pink, white, light grey, grey, black, and finally brown. Took a little while, but it is very nice to have every single coloured block. Don't know if I'll group them by colour in the collection, or group them by item and then it'll be a nice little rainbow effect. All those colours is almost 200 extra items as well, which is a pretty amazing amount. I don't think I want to put them in this shulker box. And by that, I mean chest. I don't want to put them in that chest. Instead, they can have their own personal one, which looks very nice and neatly organised. And for my next job, I'd like to get a few more levels. I feel like 279... It's a bit of a rubbish amount. I don't want to spend too long at this farm. It's probably not my best XP farm, but it's pretty good. It's just very, very simple and quick to use. But if it doesn't take me too long, I'll aim for 300 levels. And there it is, 300 levels, which means I can now get back to business. One of those things I actually want to sort out. If I can find where I put the chains. There we go. We want all of that. Is I want to fix this bit, this hole. I put it here for that so I could get a hoglin through. But they definitely don't need to be here anymore. They're just kind of ruining the, the look of the place. And I think, yeah, there's one all the way over here. This is where I brought mobs from a fortress, so again that should be nicely tidied up. Eventually this walkway which will take me to spawn needs to be done as well, but then I need a way, because this is actually my only way in and out of the what are you doing there, by the way? Well, this is my only way in and out, so I probably need a way in and out as well. But I'm not thinking about that. For now, I want to grab a couple of these shulker boxes, and then I can go on a block collection spree. Beginning with obsidian, crying obsidian, sponge, a sunflower, tuff, turtle egg, lily of the valley, jack-o'-lantern, stone brick stairs, chiseled stone brick, barrel, brewing stand, moss, azalea, flowering azalea, big drip leaf, and little drip leaf, spore blossom, string, azalea leaf, and flowering azalea leaf, rooted dirt, hanging roots, allium, witherhead, and I also require a conduit for my collection. And the easiest way for me to get the nautilus shells is to disable the mob switch and wait at the drowned farm. This will get me everything that I need. Hopefully that's long enough. The sky has opened and the rain is pouring. And I have ended up in... What on earth has happened there? I got completely blown up. Wait, did the... Oh, I got... Wait, what? I'm extremely confused as to what happened. Why did I go through that portal? Wait, did I remove the other portal? What on earth? Perhaps I shouldn't have gone through that portal and it doesn't link like it used to. I'll get hold of a few more resources and then I can fix whatever weird disaster happened in here. Hopefully that fixes the issue. I also think creepers are spawning on this farm. In fact, they are. And then they're going through the portals at the bottom. And all they can connect to is that drowns one. This farm is completely obsolete when I built the EOL farm. So that's why I don't mind messing with it. I'm setting all of this up so the water will be there permanently, thus spawn-proofing it. I'm also going to spend a bit of time eliminating all these shulkers, because I think they're just causing issues more than anything, okay? This is probably not the best way to do it. No, this is definitely a bad idea. But these are all making it so that other mobs won't spawn in this vicinity. They were good for the void base, but that ship has sailed. Mission accomplished, and this farm should now work much, much better. Before I stay up here for too long, I'm going to test and see if the plan is working. It's not great. I've got more creepers than anything else. I'm guessing 1.19 just messed up the spawning rates. So it's time for plan B. Grab the 3 that I already have to make up 4, and then I'll go out in search of the rest. First one spotted, which means I've got 5. There's number 6, 7, and finally, number 8. Took me absolutely forever to find the last shell. I've taken out so many drowns to get it. And now my focus can be tracking down a Heart of the Sea, which will require a shipwreck that has already been looted. Great. What about this one? Well, it has a map. I need to fly west and dig right about here. Everything else can stay. I can also hear a wandering trader. Hold on a second. Will you sell me? Imagine if he was going to sell me Nautilus shells. Once upon a time, I could have found some of those items useful, but not now. Instead, conduit can be crafted, which is one of the more difficult ones out of the way. Also got quite a bit of copper from taking out all the drowns, and they can be used to make a lightning rod, which is another of them checked off the list. So those 2 can be added to this collection. The junk can be gotten rid of. I also seem to have misplaced a shulker box. I'm hoping I've placed it down here somewhere. Here it is. Thank goodness for that. We can put these back and bundle everything back together. Then I can go to the nether, fly up here, and repair my elytra. That's all sorted. And at this point, I'm just going to fill these up with all the remaining items, such as activator rail, andesite slab, stairs, and wall, anvil, beehive, and blackstone slab, stairs, and wall. Also a cake, a candle, and a campfire. I'll also get every variant of brick, cobbled deep slate, diorite, granite, mossy cobble, and bricks, cobblestone, deep slate tiles, mud bricks, polished andesite, diorite, and granite, all of the blackstone and polished deep slate variants, packed mud, stone variants, 2 chiseled, my 3 cracked, and with the red nether bricks, that is all of those kind of variants done, well, kind of like those, like with the bricks, slabs, wall things, all completed. I think I will grab and deliver these shulker boxes, and then whilst I'm in the nether, I can try and track down some ancient debris. Can't for the life of me remember how I got down here now. I'll just have to dig my way out and swim my way through lava hopefully without dying. Okay, well, the old totem got popped, so yeah, it could have been better. But I am back safe and sound. As you're well aware, I have loads of totems to go at. And speaking of using totems, I can't remember if I've actually finished this area around the warden. Oh, there's still little bits to be dug out, which requires me to grab loads more chiseled blackstone and place as much of it down as I can before the warden gets too angry. And already he is. It's annoying because that building, when you get the darkness, is just very, very annoying. I also don't know what my plan of escape is. Here we go. Okay. I can place those. I'm so close to finishing it as well. They just annoy me as a warden. At least my Elder Guardian and my Wither are fine. I should probably get out of here so I don't get any bad effects from that. Don't fancy mining fatigue. And I'll keep continuing to finish that area around the warden every time I'm passing and it's calmed down. More importantly, I have a mission to find beetroot. I own every other crop, but beetroot is one that I just never bothered with. I also apparently completely forgot that this village is undergoing a raid, and I just left them to... You know what? This could be a... it could just be a permanent raided village. That's very, very nasty of me. This one might have what I want. Only one way to find out. No, that's seeds. That's potatoes. I do require a grindstone, but it did not have the beetroot that I wanted, and it also didn't have any carrots. But hopefully, if I try one more place, it'll be a bit better for me. Well, it had the carrots, but no sign of beetroot, so it's time for Plan B. Plan B is to head to the nether, then to the end, and then to the outer island to find an end city, because from here, I can get something that people never ever get from Ancient City. Nobody ever cares about it. It's just the most pointless loot in the world. But for the first time in history, I have found a use for it. If I can just reach this chest without having to jump... Okay, it wasn't even in there. Perhaps in this place it'll be better. Nope, okay, it's not. A little rarer than I first thought. Surely one of these two has it. Okay, no. I always used to think that it was just in every single chest in End City, but apparently not. Maybe here. There we go with the very rare beetroot seeds. Can't believe I travelled all this way just for those. And with these extra 4, I have just 64 blocks left to collect. But one of them I'd like to make a farm for, since I do have a complete collection of mob heads, but I don't have any spares, so just being able to have a bigger supply would be much better. This farm is going to require a load of items that I will have in this shulker box in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. I am ready to rock and roll with all this stuff. Whilst I'm on my way, I don't want to forget about sorting out this place, although the warden does sound kind of angry. Yep, alright. I guess we should let him calm down a little bit more. Now, I should definitely get another totem for safety purposes. Over this bit of ocean seems like a pretty good spot. I reckon it'll be useful for me to pull out some scaffolding so I can easily get to the correct height. This shroom light is going to be the very spot that I AFK on. All the platforms are going to be built with glass since they are spawn proof. And the reason for the red glass is to signify where the safe distance will be to be away from the charge creeper and not take damage. Although with my fantastic armor, I wouldn't worry about the creeper anyway. The storage will be at the bottom here. I'll also widen these stairs like so. And this part right here is where the charge creeper and the other mob are going to be. Or at least they're going to be sent down here for the big blast. Waterlog rails will push them to the very middle. And now to build up the chamber. Here there's going to be observers with note blocks that will send the signal upwards. And these are the chutes that the creepers and on this side the mobs will be falling down. This bit here is where minecarts are going to get dispensed onto powered rails that will pick up the mobs. Both water bits are full that are going to push the different mobs around. The gates being opened or closed is what will keep things in position. When they drop out of the spawning room, they're going to go on this water. That will push them along here. Let me just fill up my water buckets. Okay, not like that, but fill up my water buckets as well. And those gates are going to be controlled by the redstone. The lightning rod will be here, which will turn them to charge creepers, and when it does, it'll let them go through. But to do that, we're of course going to need some comparators as well, and a repeater that I think I may have forgotten to bring. One moment. My beacon is going a little bit crazy over there. But anyway, I'll grab one of these, add it right there, and place down a load of other bits of redstone. I'll just spawn proof all of these and build these chutes that the mobs that spawn will fall down. These bits are going to have water on them, and so they definitely need boxing in along these sides. It's all starting to come together. And as far as farms go, this is a very classic design. This is like the OG way that you would make a mob farm, because I'm going to be using trapdoors to make the mobs walk in. I mean, this really does roll back the years. They think the trapdoor is a block they can walk on, and they can't, quite clearly. So, okay, that's upside down. But yeah, they most certainly cannot, and they just end up going down my little chute. Now to place slabs in a formation that will stop spiders from spawning. And then I'll add stairs all the way around the outside, which will stop light from getting in, but will also allow for pack spawning to occur. Looking good. Then more blocks all the way around the top. The trapdoors will ensure that only creepers can spawn in this part. That's how I'll get the charge creepers. The final thing to be done is just to cover the entire roof with these slabs. The reason I'm coming out this far is to help the whole pack spawning thing. The spawn rates don't need to be super fast because I'm going to spend a lot of time just kind of waiting there for a thunderstorm to happen, and the mobs can kind of spawn at their own nice, slow and steady pace. It is also very, very important that I leave a gap right here. That's so that the lightning can get down to the lightning rod. If I block that up, then the whole farm will just not work. So I definitely don't want to do that. I'm also very, very hopeful that I have indeed got enough slabs to finish this. It could be a little bit tight. Looks like I did indeed have enough. It is very, very close to being complete. I'll just get rid of this little water feature right here. Remove all scaffolding. And then there needs to be a bit of a minecart crafting spree. Since if I run out of those, it will mess up the entire farm. Also looks as though mobs are spawning. We've got creepers. We've got some over here. So at least that part's working. Almost ran out of iron doing this. There's a block of quartz in my iron chest as well. What's that doing there? Couldn't quite fill up this one. But not to worry, because I can take that white shulker box, fly to spawn. And do you remember this massive iron farm that I built? Well, it is a great way to replenish my iron stocks. I don't even have it running at the moment because it's I've just got so many iron blocks somewhere. There we go. Loads of iron blocks along here. Loads along here. In fact, maybe I should turn it on again. I reckon my iron supplies are just getting a little bit low, because my iron supplies could just use a little bit of a top up. Although by the looks of things, the farm is not working properly. I bet they updated how iron golems spawn again, and it's broken me farm. I better not have done, but I'll have to look into that. Either way, I need lots of iron, and I might actually end up using all the iron that I've got. If some smart person could tweet me as to why my farm's not working properly, that would be absolutely fantastic. Well, the main positive to take away is I have fully filled a shulker box and still have quite a bit of iron to spare. And now I'm going to AFK up here for a bit and see if I can get lucky and get a thunderstorm. I'll let all the mob spawns so we get a good distribution, but even if I'm at AFK and a lightning strike happens, it will still, like, everything will work as normal without me having to do anything. So it's not like I have to be here when the thunderstorm's present, if that makes sense. Would be better, but yeah, I'm just going to wait for a bit, and hopefully in like the next hour a thunderstorm happens. I just heard lightning strike and a thunderstorm has started. Now, did the lightning strike where it wanted to? It doesn't look like it, but I can see the creepers. There we go, there's another one. It's still not going to my lightning rod, but don't worry. There's always plan B. I believe I can build my way up and throw it at this lightning rod. There we go. All my charge creepers are ready. This is very, very cool. It's been a while since I've made a fun farm. So by using this and this, I should, in theory, yes, look at that. Both sides we're getting a mob. Then from here, I'm going to light it up, it blows up, and I get a mob head. So I'll keep repeating this over and over again with all the mobs I've got. Can hopefully get through them all pretty quickly. And if I do, then a new batch will be falling down as the mob cap changes. And I'll have, look at that, yeah, some more creepers already coming through. So the plan is working perfectly. Also going to put my chest plate on for a bit of extra protection. I thought for a second that the rain had stopped. I think maybe the thunderstorm stopped, but it's just normal rain. But it's still not the end of the world, because as you can see, I can just keep using the farm anyway, even when it's not thunder and lightning. This is going to be my first creeper head that I get. And it's definitely going to take quite a bit of time to get through them all, which is probably a good thing, because just look at all those charged creepers. Got a very nice little routine going. We just go like that. Looks like I'm already down to my last charged creeper, which is not a problem, as I've got a decent amount of heads. I don't know if it's, oh, there's even more in there. Also probably a smart idea to replenish the minecart supplies. It's a real shame the thunderstorm stopped, just to double check. Yep, there is definitely no more lightning, but I'm happy with what I've got, considering I know, well, I've got very few creeper heads now, but considering how I barely had any before, I have now got like 30 of them, which is definitely a great turnaround. And it's an extra 3 items for my block collection. Plus, it's probably one of my most favourite farms that I've ever made. I think the warden is still angry at me, by the way, because he's definitely stomping about like a crazy guy, so yeah, I'm going to get hit by him. Let's get out of here then. I think he has to be in the area around me that's loaded. What is going on with my beacon? But yeah, he has to be in the area around me that's loaded for him to calm down. And so because he's kind of unloaded a lot of the time, he's still very angry. Let's add those 3. Oh, okay, well, apparently I can't click properly, but we're going to add those to the collection. And I feel like the rest of the mob heads are too special. Like, for me, they're one of the coolest treasures in the game. They're too special to be up in my, well, down in my storage room. Maybe I can find a spot for them in the treasure room. The treasure room that's kind of full. Someone's told me that I should make that a netherite block. I think I kind of like it as a diamond block. You know, just for old time's sake, it goes with the blue fire. Maybe, yeah, I could do something like this, couldn't I? That definitely, yeah, you know what, I like that. And with even further adjustments, that is the finished product. Very, very cool indeed. And then the rest of these could just go in there with all these extra horns and the dragon. Yeah, you know what, they deserve to go together. And with 61 items now remaining, I'll be going through them in rapid fire. Beginning with glowberries, which will be cave vines, a cauldron, chest, daylight detector, detector rail, dirt for a dirt path, dispenser, dropper, ender chest, more dirt, this time for farmland, netherrack for fire, a fletching table, glass pane, and glow ink for a glow item frame. Then there's honey, honeycomb, hopper, and heavy weighted pressure plate. Can you tell that I'm doing these in alphabetical order? For now we are on iron trapdoor, item frame, jukebox, lava lever, and light weighted pressure plate. Then there's loom and lodestone, but I ain't using a netherite ingot up for that. Even if I do have quite a few up there, as you can see. I'm sure I must have a spare lodestone knocking about somewhere. Indeed I do, I've got 2 in there in fact. And whilst I'm collecting all these extra resources, if you could possibly subscribe or ask your friend to help me get to 4 million, that would be so helpful. I'm trying to reach it this year. Next, I need a note block, an observer, and the 3 different frog lights. Although it would seem that the yellow ones are the ochre. Frog light is not something I own. Used them all up for stuff like this. So it seems like a trip to the frog light farm is gonna be necessary. This is where it is. And apparently there's loads in here. Why I've never, yeah, I've no idea why I haven't got them all. Might as well chill here for a little bit extra anyway, just so I can refill the shulker box. That should be long enough. I'll let all of these get taken out by the golem and eaten by frogs. I can grab the small amount from it. It's nothing crazy. I'll take the magma cream as well. It's still a good enough top up if you ask me. Now it's back to collecting more items, such as a piston, a sticky piston, powered rail, comparator, lamp, repeater, torch, dust, and respawn anchor. I'd also like some extra glowstone for that respawn anchor, because I think it'd be cooler if it's fully charged. Then there's scaffolding, skulk, shrieker, catalyst. Oh my goodness, 2 notch apples in there? That is crazy. And we'll also get a sensor. And finally, vein. Next, I'll grab 2 item frames to add 2 more notch apples to the collection. Ever since Ancient Cities were added, I'm literally getting millions and millions of them. And next, I'm going to need slime, a smithing table, smooth stone, this for soulfire, and the blue campfire, plus the torch for the complete collection. Next, a target block, tinted glass, tripwire, and trap chest, water. Yes, that counts as a block. And 1 final item that I have absolutely loads of. Yeah, well, 2.5 stacks, maybe not loads. rose, but the wither rose. Yes, I have finally collected every single item. Actually, I don't have an end crystal on my list because it's not technically a block, but I think it could be cool in the collection. And I'm just grabbing a few extra types of blocks because I'm gonna have to place all these, and sometimes I'll just need something to place them on. Like, you know, if I get grass, then I need to place that on dirt and stuff like that. You know what though? I'm grabbing a grass block. I'll grab mycelium. And I'll grab Podzol, just in case I want something that looks better. And this is very, very exciting because I've spent a long time getting all these items. This collection has definitely been a big, big project in the making. It starts all the way down here. Still got to link this portal, but I'll do that in a bit because I'm going to go through every block on my list and check it off to make sure that I don't miss placing any. It'll take me a bit longer, but we can't have any mistakes. That's them all ticked off on the spreadsheet. Took a little longer than I expected. And I've realized that I've still got mob spawning on. I haven't actually activated my mob switch. And I think just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, I'm going to head back home, turn on the old mob switch, and then I can safely add blocks without having to worry about anything. I'm also not going to particularly add them in a super organized way, as I feel like it would just be too much effort. You know what I'm like with effort. Avoid it at all costs. That's this side complete. Well, at least it will be when I put quartz behind that shrieker. On this side, it's time to carefully reveal the budding amethyst. And it's a nice opportunity to put normal amethyst stuff next to it. And whilst I'm at it, I'll put beehives next to it. You know, like I said, there's very rarely a system here. But as long as everything is placed down somewhere, it doesn't really matter. Now, this is the first of those potentially unobtainable items. This, I'm going to hope, will grow. I might need to give it a bit of space around, but the plan is for it to grow into a chorus. Okay, well, it grew faster than expected. It's not going to be allowed to go any further. That is just the block. This is always a chorus plant. And in order to plant this seed next to it, I'm going to need more end stone. Plus, I think glass panes may look good to hold the water and the lava. I didn't think about that. And string. String is going to be needed to stop other things from growing even more. There's the panes, the end stone, and the string. So that is going to go like that, and then I can put that on top, and then I need string to stop it from growing, because I tell you what, it grew very quick before. I think this is now a very good opportunity to add all the different mob heads. 3 of them are here, and the other one is in one of these. Found it, and the final slot can be this daylight detector. And now to add another entire row, then I can have a bit of a count up after. Over 200 items are now in and counted up, but at the very least they're marked on my spreadsheet. Anyway, now we come to the section with the reinforced deep slate. So I'll start adding items to this section. And that is enough on this strip. I want to add more wood along here. And whilst if I head all the way down here, which is, you know, looking like a nice area of the collection, you'll see that I kind of grouped all of the wood together with its own type. But I really like the way that the sandstone's done when I alternate it. I think it looks a lot cooler. So I'm going to attempt the same thing with these woods. And already, I think it is starting to look quite a bit better. It just really breaks up all of the colours nicely. Come to a little bit of a roadblock when I try to place the weeping vines, because obviously they can only be placed on like a roof or something. So I will leave a bit of a gap for them. And the same thing I think might be the issue with these roots. Yeah, they're not going to place on there. Thankfully, the nether is very close. Although having said that, this part of the nether isn't very close. I can't get below the bedrock from there. Which means I'm better off using this portal to grab a bit of netherrack. Which I thought would allow me to plant these down. But apparently, you need the actual block. This is getting more and more complicated all the time. Also didn't realize there was diamonds down there. Also apparently my mushrooms are spreading slightly. They're not meant to be growing. No, I put string there to stop that. Here I shall grab a couple of these, and then there's a crimson forest up here for those two, which allows me to get all of this back on track. So that's a big amount of them done, but the weeping vine definitely still needs sorting. So I'll sail back home, grab a bit of glass to test it, and decide that one on its own is going to look pretty rubbish, so I'm getting another. And this section can be fully completed. And now to add a load of other random items, including these fancy leaves, which all goes quite well in this section. Kind of ironic that the small drip leaf is actually bigger than the big drip leaf. I also think I'm going to need a bit more glass for the hanging roots. Why don't I just bring an entire stack? It would make life much, much easier. This time I won't have to come back for more glass. That I can be sure of. There we go. Would have been embarrassing if it didn't go on the bottom of glass. And here's an idea. I can grab one of these planks and use this furnace to dry up my sponge heads. It's practical too. Very nice indeed. You see, I'm already reaping the rewards of bringing extra glass because the spore blossom also has to go like that. String is technically a block as well, which it needs to be in the collection, even though it's above other ones. It has to have its own section. Pretty sure the turtle egg won't hatch because it's not on sand. At least I'm hoping we don't end up with baby turtles. And whilst I can add in that jack-o'-lantern, I've actually got more of that kind of stuff to be added here. Look at that. We've got normal pumpkin, well, car pumping pumpkin, melon, hay bale. Apparently sand is another thing I need, and I didn't bring it. Won't have to go all the way home for it, though, since I can fly up the beacon beam and grab it from here. Then I get the satisfying job of just flying directly down. Okay, well, that's... that wasn't very safe. So I reckon a bit of water in there. Then we block it like that. Plant the sugarcane, and oh, look at that. Looks fantastic. When it comes to cactus, I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful because, of course, you can't place it next to blocks, so... yeah, it'll have to be like that with a gap behind it. And another plant on this side. Also, string will stop these from growing. In fact, since I've started adding plants, I might as well just add all of these all along here. Which should be easily done in 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's looking good. I even included the bamboo shoot and then the other bamboo shoot. I can't remember which way around they are. And I thought I brought bone meal because for a couple of them like these, for a large fern and tall grass, I need bone meal. But if I did bring some, I have no idea where I put it. So I'll nip back home to grab some. Now, in theory, bone meal in these, look at that, make some tall ones. We'll also bone meal that, just to, yeah, make it look a bit better. And the crops can as well. And with all of those done, I can begin the water section. And the water section will include all this coral. And I did also forget about these stripped variants. So I will get them added in opposite all of this. Now, for the coral, obviously, I don't want these bits to die. So I believe... as long as they are next to water, they'll be okay. And a dead one could be next to it, so that will die eventually. Poor thing, I've murdered some coral, can you believe it? That's something I didn't expect to say today. And now they're all in. I next need to create a section that can all be underwater. So I'm thinking glass panes along here. Then the water can be added along with the coral. Now to add the fan variants. And then very conveniently... the dead ones will actually hold up the water. I feel like I'm talking about it as if it's a real person. it's going to die off, sadly. It's given its life to hold that water. In fact, no, it's not going to give its life because it's... oh, well, that's not allowed. I'll have to let you die off manually. There we go. And that does give me an idea. Instead of having these submerged in water, and I may regret actually trying this, but I can open this up behind and move the water to be there. It isn't quite working to plan because they all turn to water source blocks. But with a bit of work, it's going to look great. Now to continue adding all the dead ones. Looks good. It looks a bit sad where it's all the dead ones, doesn't it? But hey, they've all got to be part of the collection. And these glass panes can go because they just kind of... you know, it looks a lot better without having them, let's put it that way. More water is still going to be necessary for the rest of the things I have, such as double tall seagrass, kelp, sea pickles. Oh my, okay, that's made a mess. Just remember to put glass panes in front of it. Doesn't matter whether the conduit is in water or not, it has to have prismarine to be activated. Do I want it activated? I feel like it wouldn't work anyway if I did activate it, simply... because you need loads of water around it and then it's just not feasible. I am also going to add an end crystal here, but I can't just place it. Okay, well, I can apparently. I didn't think that would fit. Or is it now a case that I can't place anything next to it? Yeah, maybe, yeah, okay, I've messed up a little bit. I really, really hope that covering it in water... there we go. It didn't break anything. I was just worried that it would break something doing that. Now, where did my lily pad go? Oh, in my inventory, apparently. No need to worry. Quest for the lost lily has been successful. Now I think about it, both water and lava do need to be added to my collection. So that it doesn't ruin my system too much, I'll keep the basalt stuff here. Then we'll get some lava like that. But change of mind. I want the lava on this side. I don't know. It's just a preference. Then water there. The mud and bone blocks can be here. And that makes me realize I only had one of those end crystals. I knew at least one thing would have to go wrong. So once again, I'll go along here, grab an entire stack, because this might take me a few attempts. So will that place that? Oh, it'll place that. Well, that's just fantastic. That makes everything easier. Don't need to worry about anything else. Water can be removed. And I think I've placed down every block except for the 7 silverfish variants and all the rainbow ones. But I'm going to count up, add everything to my spreadsheet, and make sure that that's the case. After checking everything, I've realised that there are a few missing items. Both the grass path and the farmland have been overlooked. Thankfully, in one of these shulker boxes, yep, I have plenty of dirt. So both can be easily added, although the farmland one will require a bit of water near it so that it stays tilled. And bizarrely, another of the missing blocks is an extremely common one, and one that I can get by just mining that. Yes, the stone brick wall was overlooked. I really don't know how. You see, where it went wrong is there is already a stone brick stairs right here, so I'll put it in its place. But I had one here as well, so I had 2 for some reason, so instead that should be a wall. I'm going to break a couple of these because my elytra are absolutely dead, and I don't really want them to break, so just a few. I'm not going to get them all the way to max durability. We've got XP farms for that, but that should be enough. And now I can begin work on the infested variants of all of these. And apparently I'm once again missing an item. I need a chiseled stone brick because that can be infested, but then I also will need some stone, which I can get from up here. This cave has come in handy a few times. And now, in order to make them infested, I'm going to need to get a silverfish into them, which will no doubt be easier said than done. I'm also thinking, is it going to be smart to put these right here? Because if a silverfish hits me once, it's just going to basically all go in there. Right, anyway, we'll just, no, you know what? I think I'm going to have them far away, because then, yeah, if I get hit by a silverfish over there, it's not going to uninfest them all, if that makes sense. Because that would be a slight disaster. Alright, little fella, over you come. At the moment, you'll see I can't really do anything to this stone, but once it gets infested, which it should hopefully... You go in there now. I don't know why I thought it was going to be that simple. There we go. Stay in there now. Kind of glitching out. Just go inside it. I've trapped it in. I've had to move it slightly to the side because the end crystal was getting in the way of me placing anything. I don't hear it anymore, I think. Yeah, look at that. It's infested now because I can mine it fast. Okay, perfect. Just need another block to go in that gap now. The bone block, come on, make your return. Perfect. And to make sure I don't die to the next one, I was getting a little bit low, so I took my armor off to get rid of the thorns. I'm going to put on some thorns less armor. Probably a wise idea. I'm going to put the cobblestone here, and then, yeah, just box it in like this, if we have it on both sides. Next, I need a silverfish. And here's one, right on cue. And I should be able to... Okay, well, not like that. Take two. Oh, no, okay. I tell you what, it's a slippery little fella, this one. Let's try it from the other side. Good idea, mate. All right, let's get you in there. And I just leave the area as I wait for him to infest the block. Here's silverfish number 3. Can I get you up here? Oh, yes, I can. I'm assuming by the time we get over here, the other one infested it. Otherwise, this plan is going to fail. Look at that. We've got it. We've got another infested block. Perfect. Believe it or not, I'm actually getting good at this. Hard to believe, I know. And that's all 7 done. I think... Did I see it go in as well? I did. Perfect. So you can see from the speed that they can be mined, they are all infested. And I feel like I just have to prove it to you, you know, that I didn't just cheat, you know. See, look at that. Mine's way slower. So yeah, that's a job done. And I can also put this armor back and my good armor back on. Perfect. Might as well pick up and move these. And then it will be time to place down every single colour, which can all be found in this chest here. I also need 1 bit of clay and 1 bit of terracotta. I didn't have those. Then I'll just mine it all up. The chest doesn't have to, you know, we'll put the chest up down there. I mean, we'll place the chest. We won't put it up, you know. You know what I'm on. Yeah, this has been a big project, guys. I reckon my clay and terracotta can be in this part of town. And then I've got to get everything organised. Place them by colour. These silverfish are going to get annoying, aren't they? But yeah, place them by colour will be the best option. And I'm starting off with candles. Also means the generic one can be added. Candles won't quite be all together just due to the fact that there's these items in the way that can't be moved. I could have organised it in a better way and had more of those along here, but you know what? We've got this far. And I am very much happy with it. Next on the list, banners. So I'm going to see if I can do something about these silverfish spawning all the time. Don't think it exactly works like this with these, but I'm going to place some torches that hopefully at least slows them down. Tell you what, I'm starting to like Colour Alley, and I reckon it's time the wool was added. There we are. Forgot about the ominous banner as well. That should go on the end of these lots. Now for concrete powder, concrete, clay, which is actually known as terracotta now, glazed terracotta, beds. Speaking of which, I need to sleep in one. Also got the glass panes, the carpets, and of course, not to forget the shulker boxes themselves. I have had to ever so slightly expand this thing. I think I'm going to have to expand it by 1 more as well. Indeed, I do. Well, that's it. The collection is completely complete. A real monstrous task that was made a bit harder because I had extra things I wanted, like the portal blocks and the spawner and stuff that had to be in a very, very specific area. And I do also still have stuff here, which is just what I need because with... Oh, well, I've got plenty. In fact, I've got the things I need there, plus an extra light in the ceiling. Means that this bit can be sorted. And as Minecraft adds more new blocks in future updates, I'll be able to expand this, which is why I'm not just going to go ahead and like make an ending for it that's permanent. I think I might end up... Well, first of all, let's put some sea lantern in, sorts the lighting out, and then I think I will just box it off with quartz so that it looks a little bit better. But that is, of course, temporary until it gets expanded. Maybe I could put a little sea lantern in. Actually, never mind. Don't have it on me and I ain't messing with it. Also, I have space for extra blocks if they get added in update anyway. Although something tells me I'll add more than that. Also, just notice this on the way past. My candles aren't lit, and I think they're going to look better when they're on fire. So, we're going to go and do that. You can't really see much else, but they look a little bit better. If I had all my particles turned on, they'd look much better. But anyway, I don't want to make me game lag. And I am very, very pleased with this entire collection. We're going to fly through and see everything. So it's been a massive, monstrous project in the making. Like some of the difficult ones, reinforced deep slate, of course, a very challenging one to get. And then we've got all the wood along here. Once again, very well. Those weren't too bad actually. Then this area. Got my skulk bit there, I could hear it, it's going off, and just only the budding amethyst, another challenging one to get. And then the final bit, which is all this round here, and there's the tricky one down here, of course, the bedrock. But hey, yeah, we've even got bedrock in the collection. Next, I'll gather up all this stuff. I was assuming, do I even have space for it all? I don't think I do. You know what? We're gonna leave the empty shulker boxes here for now because, yeah, they're just not going to fit. Well, again, some of them will fit. We'll take what we can and leave what I can't. And then I do want to head along here. I should definitely make that looking a bit nicer somehow, shouldn't I? But yeah, I'll head on down here. I mean, most of the shulker's boxes, because most of them are empty, are just going to go into their own chest, and then some of them can be used in the auto sorter, so that's not a problem. And something that I'm very happy about is this stone cutter, because I couldn't be bothered to craft one, of course. Instead, I decided to steal it from this room, so I'm very glad that that can go back there now. It's as it should be. All that TNT stuff can filter through, no problem. All these empties can be taken out, and I actually don't think I have a dedicated chest for polished stuff, so this is going to be a shulker box just for the polished variants of them all, and the normal cobblestone can go in there. Operation sort everything out is complete. Also going to put that shulker box back here. That's where it was originally from, and it does look good in there with the black wall. And whilst I'm also in this vicinity, I can grab some more chiseled stone bricks and take on the very dangerous task of getting all this in, although the warden is roaring at me, so it seems that he's a bit angry already, so I'll just do what I can. I got mining fatigue, are you kidding me? I got mining fatigue and then attacked by the warden. Great. Although realistically, maybe I can put a little bit down. Come on, I can do a bit here. So you do that. Once one totem gets activated, I'll make a run for it. There you go. All right, we're making a run for it. Just go down. Whoop. Okay, I couldn't afford to crash either. That was very risky. Risky, reckless, and stupid. If I get that built without dying, it will be a miracle. Now, I was meant to have loads of milk down where the Elder Guardian is, but it didn't look like that was the case to me. So I shall make it my priority to fix that. I should also make it my priority to get hold of another totem. It really would be disastrous if I went down here without one. Let's stock up that chest, put some in here as well, and that'll be good enough for now. This will definitely be a good time for me to get me Elytra repaired. It's just not good where it is at the moment. And up here is the best place to be. Thought I'd stop at a nice round number like 333. And whilst I'm in the nether, there is something that I actually need to fix. You see, this portal right here links to this one, and I don't want that to be the case. This portal does not need to exist, really. Just a temporary one that I made that fit what was needed for the moment. Also looks like I'm going to be able to get all my shulker boxes, which is, you know, it's a nice little bonus. Now, the actual portal that I want to be linked up, going to be found down here. Let's, yeah, we'll just break in through the roof in style. But yeah, the actual portal that I want is this one right here. This is the one that is the main one for me to get to the block collection and back and everything. So I need to get the coordinates of here, divide it by 8, and then rebuild it in the nether. Kind of crazy that to be good at Minecraft, you've actually got to be pretty good at maths. Or good at using a calculator. I guess it's both the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to mine up this entire portal. And then the plan is to go up to the bedrock roof, rebuild the portal in the correct place, and hopefully it should link up. If that works, it will be a small miracle. Also, don't know why I'm mining up this entire thing. It's not like I'm short on obsidian or anything. I've got a massive shulker box full of it. Anyway, I've got to try and find a way up there, which is... Oh, look at this. This is brilliant. I think I've done this. I have done this before. Wait, did I... Hold on a second. No, I was going to say, did I break the bedrock? But I didn't do that. Somewhere around here, yeah, there's a ladder now that hopefully I do still have ender pearls. Yeah, I've got 13. Perfect. When I open this, it's going to, yeah, make me crouch down a little bit. That's not a massive problem. We'll go like that. We'll put it in. We'll break this. And then through the bedrock we go. And this right here is the correct place. Which does worry me a little bit that it never connected to that one in the past. You'd think that it's not that far from that one, it should work. But I guess they are. There's a bit of distance. Anyway, I'm hoping that once I break this one and light the other one, everything should link up correctly. You know what? I've got this far. I'm just going to break the whole thing as well. It's for continuity purposes. I'm going to be coming up here quite a bit and seeing it, so it would make sense that I get rid of it. Next, I can grab my... Oh, well, I don't want the name tags. I actually don't need those mob name tags anymore, considering that I did finish the mob. Oh, there might be more mobs I didn't update. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, I'm going to light the portal, and please connect. Please link up. Please be fine. Oh, yes, it worked perfectly. So this is all done. You'll also notice the only thing that isn't complete in this collection is the fact that this copper is just weathered copper. It's not yet oxidized. Also, this should also be weathering and oxidizing. But I would just have to sit here and wait for like hours and hours for it to fully get to its final form. So eventually it'll get to its final form. Obviously, I'm not just going to sit here for the next 7 days and wait for that, because we've got other things to be doing, such as dropping off a few random items and the shulker boxes. And then I want to return to the frying pan that is the warden's area and just try and get the next bit finished. Does still seem to be angry at me, actually, so I think, I could be wrong, but I'm sure I read on the wiki that if you leave the dimension, it stops getting angry at you. Whether that's true, I don't know, but it gives me a good opportunity to check out the little nether area of my mob farm. I like this room, actually. I really do like this room. And now we can see, I don't think leaving the dimension makes any difference, does it? It's still pretty angry. Probably going to attack me any moment now. Oh, you know what, though? Oh, well, there you go. Never mind. I'll grab this. Get out of here. Oh, well, just about got out of here. Another totem bites the dust. Really, I've never gone through so many totems as I have when I got that warden. And for these final few days, I'd like to obtain something. Something that I've actually never got before. That is one of every type of villager in each biome. As you can see, right now, we've got just these snow villagers everywhere, which we want a bit of variation, diversity, you know, all that good stuff in the community. And to do that, I'm going to have to collect villagers from all sorts of areas and also do a bit of villager breeding. And so armed with beds, stone cutters, you know, job sites, food, a few hay bales, I can travel to another biome to find a villager. If there's any left, this will be a good place for... Oh, there is as well. So, I can get a spruce villager. To be honest, it's just going to be easiest for me to put you in a boat, mate. Alright, just don't be a wise guy. But yeah, if I nicely kidnap this spruce villager, then I have a perfect plan because we are right by a plains biome. I'm now realizing this is the slow bit, but yeah, this is not only going to get me the spruce varianted villager, but it will also get me the plains one. Although, of course, I need another one. Yep, you're on your own. You're not going to be much use. Little breeding chamber here. All the beds are going down. And where is the other one? I definitely saw him. There he is, hiding in the trees, mate. No, you can't hide anywhere. Oh, well, you can if you can't get in the... But there we go. And it's time to transport you as well. Welcome to your new home, mate. Well, you're not going to be here forever. You're going to become... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with you. What if you might just be left here forever because I don't need to? No, we'll bring you both. Why not? Anyway, not much is going to be happening at night, so we might as well get some sleep. Man, you just stayed up all night, just walking around. Some of us were trying to get our beauty sleep. Anyway, let's give him some bread. There you go. You have a bit of bread. You have a bit of bread. No, don't take his bread. No, come on, share the bread out. That's it. I think between... Have you between you got the bread? Oh, maybe not. Yep, maybe. Take that. I'm going to assume that between you, you'll have enough bread to there we go. You're trading bread. That's what we like to see. Got some love arts going. Oh, we're going to get him. This is all going to work against the odds. And you can see that he is a plains villager. So he's, you know, he's a bit of a different, wait, has he? Is he? Oh, he's not. Apparently it's random. Okay, so sometimes it's randomly the biome and sometimes it will choose the parents. Well, I'm glad we've got a happy family, but that's not what... This is going to be harder than I thought. Whilst I wait for them, I'll go and find either a swamp or a jungle, which again is going to be a tricky thing because there isn't really any nearby. But thankfully, I'm SB737 and I've always got a plan. And that plan is to grab more beds. And that's it, really. That's all I needed. I felt like I needed a load more things, and I just realized, yeah, I'm just short on beds and that's it. But anyway, the plan is to take these villagers from here to a swamp. I might be able to lure them out with a stone cutter. Any takers? Come on, you look like an unemployed villager. That's it. Come on, over you come. Don't go to the lectern. That's it. Straight into my trap. Okay, no, don't go back in. Oh, that didn't work. There's another one here. Is that going to get him? Oh, yes, I got them both. You can go into a boat if you... There you go. You just sit tight. I knew I needed extra boats, but then I talked myself out of needing them. So, yeah, that was not a good plan. But anyway, 5 of those. In here you go. Sorry, I know you want to work, which is very admirable, the pair of you, but... You're actually being recruited for a new secret mission. Not actually that secret. We're gonna make you have baby villagers that have the appearance of a swamp. Whether I actually bother to bring you back, I don't know. Don't fall in there. Flipping heck. I had one job, and that was to not go in there, and I managed to do it right. It's all right. No, don't go back in. Don't be like this. Come on, village. Just get in the boat. That's it. And away we go. I know that there's a swamp in this direction. And who knows? Maybe it, like in somewhere over the water, there's a jungle that way. I think maybe. It's whether I really have time. You know, I've not got much of the episode left to be carting these villagers backwards and forwards. I hope that this time we actually get a swamp villager and not just get what's based on the parents. But time will tell. Anyway, we are close to the swamp now. Bet you wonder what on earth is going on, don't you? Tell you what, mate, you're lucky I found you. You had a very boring life before, and now look at you, living it up in the swamp. Apparently you've got a cow and a sheep as friends as well. Don't blame me, they just decided they wanted to drop by. If you want me to kill them, just say so, and I'll do it in a heartbeat. No problem. No, you don't want me to, do you? Okay. Right, that's that sorted. Better go and get another villager. And thank goodness I can actually fly back for this. Whilst I'm in the vicinity, and before I grab that one down there, I'll just check on the villagers in this hole. They might be ready to breed again, maybe. You know, what do you reckon? It's been some time. But I actually don't know if it like their time tracking of how long it was since the last breed. Oh, hold on a second. You're throwing food. Maybe you are ready. Right, stop watching the baby bounce and make another one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the whole timer was based on if they were loaded or not, but I'm guessing maybe if you know, what do you want? A bit more bread? We can supply plenty of bread. There you go. Don't be sheepish. At the moment, nothing's happening. I'm not just going to sit and watch you all day. Instead, I'll begin the kidnapping process of you. Well, you can't really kidnap an adult, can you? It's the adult nap process. Now, the priority this time is to avoid the water, not making that mistake again. And then we're on the open ocean. So realistically, I can get 4 of the variants fairly easily. That is the swamp, the tiger, the ice, and the plains. But then for jungle, savannah, and desert, whilst they do spawn in naturally, It's going to be harder because those are quite far away. I'll have to do some nether travel or something is probably the best idea. Wow, you are very cooperative, by the way, might I just say. It's like you know where you're going. I think you do, actually. Wait, are you actually going to go all the way? You know what? Let's not take any chances. We can sail this last bit and have some bread. There you go. I should have given you the bread to keep you apart. Alright, don't eat each other's bread. That's all I'd really bothered about. I never know if they each get bread. Go on, that's it. Alright, just give it to each other and be friends. Right, cow, you're kind of in the middle of something here. Alright, just move on. Come on. There we go. You give me a swamp, baby. I promised you could leave. Alright, otherwise you just stuck it. You didn't, did you? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm doing well at randomly breeding villagers, but that's about all that is going well. Alright, guys. Must be about time you're ready now. I'll even give you more bread. Alright, this was not what I had in mind when I said let's crack on. Come on. Sleeping during these turbulent times. Well, I might as well do the same. Oh well, you know what? This could all work out well. Come on. 2 for 2. Oh wait, we got something. Yes, we got one! Well done, team. This has been a great effort. I'll be back later to complete the abduction. Seriously, you could take my videos out of context and I would come across as a very, very dangerous, criminalistic person. Yeah, please, just never do that. And I will patiently wait for you guys to do the same. I sadly missed the magical moment when it happened because I went AFK for a little bit, but we have indeed got the swamp villager, which is perfect. My editor is now going to go through the footage and find the bit and show you what happened. There you go, live, beautiful. I can't see it, but you could see, yeah, we got the swamp villager. Oh man, wait, we've got 2? When did the other one pop? Oh, right, we've got more of these guys than we need. All right, well, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'll work out how to transport them when I need to. I'm gonna grab myself a few more firework rockets, and then it's Operation Find the Jungle. Land has been found, but it's not the kind of land that I want to see. We've already sorted out those ones, so I'll keep following the coast. I'm sure. I mean, I know there is a jungle in this direction somewhere. There's also an acacia bar. Hang on a minute. If there's a village here, I don't remember there being one, but it would still be very, very handy. Oh, there is. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't know. The rivers kind of connect. Maybe I rescue this villager and kidnap him. Nah, it's too much effort. I'll just get you. That's much easier. Oh my god! Did another one just walk? Why are they all doing that? I have no idea what the fascination is with going over there. I'm just gonna put you in. I need to first work out if there's any way that these rivers connect to that river. So basically, I can go through the cave here. Which means I've just got to get you across this. No problem at all. Then I'll dig a little tunnel. That's good enough. Through we go. Very nice. And then from the water, I think this little bit of water here does connect to the ocean eventually. Hopefully it does all the way. Apart from this little gap here, I can't actually get through at the moment. But with a bit of mining, we can make a nice little tunnel. And I think there's enough space there. All right, villager. This is quite exciting because this is why new caves are added. So you can do cool things like this, like sail through caves and everything. Look at that. Amazing. Because normally I never use boats, but when transporting mobs... Oh, hold on a second. What have we done here? Maybe I've accidentally put myself in the worst place possible. What on earth? What was I thinking? What was me end game here? I'm getting all excited about this amazing plan I've got and how the river connects and everything. But it doesn't. I must have thought it goes all the way out. Well, this makes life a bit harder. I'm very tempted just to abandon you and go and get another one. It might be easier. Nope. We're committed now. This is the villager that is coming with me. But it's just going to require quite a bit of tunneling. There we go. Out the other side. The old lectern can be used to lure him through. Go on, that's it. You go and get a job. You know you want to. Don't look at me like this. I'll push you all the way through if we have to. This is literally just manual villager move. There we go. You've got it. Oh, you reached it, did you? Oh, well, that's not great. Let's go and put it at the end. Come on then. No, there's no of this I want to go home business. You're a worker now. The fact that you can manipulate them with job site blocks makes life so much easier. Like, imagine getting him through any other way. That's it. Get in there. Lectern's been broken. Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams. And now I'm pretty sure this bit does connect to the ocean. I could be wrong. You know, I've been wrong before and I've said it once, but I think that this river goes all the way. Otherwise, we'll be doing a bit more tunneling. But it might even go through the spruce forest. Now, right or left? I'm gonna take a gamble and say right. Look at the caves down there as well. Dripstone and everything. Going under... Oh, sorry. SB737 cannot guarantee that his passengers will not get hurt at all. And it's a dead end. But on the plus side, we're actually pretty close to the edge. Are they both dead ends? Realistically, I think we just go on foot for this last bit. Now, whatever you do, don't fall down. What are you doing? Whoa, you just... Don't you dare. Go up here. Come on. Oh, my goodness. I turned me back for 2 seconds and you're walking back. I thought he was going to a job somewhere. Is he trying to go home or something? I've no idea. But what I do know is that I've been using up all my beds to go ahead and breed the villagers. So I don't actually have a bed to sleep in tonight, which means I'm going to go and take that villager's bed over there. I hope I don't lose him, by the way. I might forget where he is, honestly. But yeah, you know what I'm like with losing things. Anyway, the priority is to get in here and get into bed. And I quite like the colour of it as well, so I'm going to go and take that one. Realistically, I probably won't lose him. The main reason being, I can just follow the river. You know, it's the advantage of taking him through the river. Oh my goodness, what's been going on over here? Oh, well, it's not my problem at the end of the day. I think I've got to stay focused on the important stuff, like transporting a villager thousands of blocks away. He has no idea what job he's going to be. Sometimes he's a stonemason, and sometimes he's a very smart librarian. Where on earth did he go? I've lost him. Lesson learned, don't take a villager into a forest. He just completely going. Did he go to the fire? I don't know where he went, but he's at the lectern, which is the main thing. I reckon this is a good time to get you in a boat. That's it. Don't try and escape from it. I'm keeping in a boat so I can keep an eye on him. Now we're on the open ocean. We can do a big sail home. I didn't really plan to get an Acacia Savannah villager, but you got to take the opportunity when it presents itself. Apparently, I went right past the plains village. I forgot that this one existed. So I didn't really need to breed that other one. I could have just taken one of them. Anyway, not a problem because I've got it sorted. But it's good to remember about this water village floating on the ocean. Nice to be at the familiar ice. What the heck? I just broke the boat and the villager disappeared. Hopefully nothing reloading the world isn't going to fix. There we go. I'm glad to see you, mate. You can't just disappear on me like that. Did the boat duplicate or something? I think maybe did I just duplicate a boat? No, I think I had 2 boats in my inventory because I did because I put my my village in. Oh my, look at this speed, by the way, avoiding the ice. A bit of a pro. Oh, well, I'm about to say a bit of pro moves and nearly messed it up. And then I did mess it up. At least you didn't disappear this time when getting you out. And I think for now, you're going to be left down there, mate. Okay? That's the plan. Just leave you there. I know I still need to get the desert villager and the jungle villager. I need to actually bring them all closer. But there's one villager that is more important to me than any other villager in the world. And it's a villager that's been a good friend of mine for a long, long time. And I haven't seen him in years. It feels like, maybe not years, but I haven't seen him in a long time anyway. I just said years for effect, okay guys, but I haven't seen him in a while. It's been at least 6 or 7 or 8 months. And that is Fred the Villager from my Awesome World series. And you know what? I'm going to build a machine that brings him over. It's going to take quite a bit of brain power, but I'm sure I can do it. Right here next to the teleporter is probably going to be the best place, and so I will get to work. This is the contraption I've come up with. It looks pretty basic, but I'm pretty sure if I just go like this, and once the machine has done its thing, we've got him! Fred is back! Well, welcome, Fred. No need to be sheepish. You may not recognise me. Yeah, of course you do. Come on out. Don't be scared. I know you're probably wondering what's just happened, but that's it. Out you come. And this is my world. Well, my new world anyway. Let's get you in a boat. I haven't really got time to give you a tour, but for now, I'm sure you would love to go and spend time with the other villagers. That's it. Get in. Alright, maybe you don't. Maybe you got your own. Fred, this isn't a choice. You are a villager, which therefore means for now you'll leave the village. I'll get you your own place. Don't you worry, Fred. But at this moment in time, we're sending you in here. Get to know the other villagers. You know, have a little explore. Don't die. I'm pretty sure it's pretty safe. No, you can come and live in the house with me at some point, but for now, don't you press that button. He just never changes, does it? But hey, the sun is now setting on my world. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was 4,800 days in hardcore Minecraft. Was 4,800 days. Fred is back! But I'm happy with 6, so I'm ready to head home. Chapels are the first. The sun is now setting on my world. I'm going to build a machine that brings him over. What could possibly go wrong?